What's up, my dudes? Oh my god, dude, going in for the takeout, bro. So, first of all, let me just say I just bought MX vs. ATV Supercross Encore on PC, so I don't have the bike fully upgraded or anything like that. I just wanted to get on here and kind of be able to make a little bit of different content here, different kind of game in the background of me talking about 2020 Lucas Oil Pro Motocross potentially being canceled. It's not been confirmed that it's fully canceled. I know a lot of people are kind of getting that idea in their head. So I just wanted to get in here and kind of talk about that a little bit. But yeah, I just wanted to say to some of you guys that are like, oh, Spence, you suck at MX vs. ATV Supercross Encore. Like, dog, I don't even have the bike fully upgraded. Like, I just bought the game. So calm your titties down just a little bit. You know what I'm saying, dog? I don't even have like the best chassis and all that yet, but I got me some perp scarp gear going, dog. It's all that really matters. So yeah, either way, almost kind of got me a little Galaxy bike skin too, is kind of what it looks like. I don't think that's actually what it is, but it looks like that a little bit anyways. So yeah, and what better, the whole reason I picked this game and this track to be on is because we might actually be riding motocross, Lucas Oil Pro Motocross in the snow this year, dogs. We might actually be doing that. I don't know. I've been hearing, it's pushed back to at least August. At least. It could be even further. It's like they don't really know how far they're going to push it back, but at least August. So you got to think, the Pro Motocross Championship is going to go for, 2, 3, 4 months? So August, September, October, November, like, dog, it snows in a lot of these places in those months. So we might finally have some goddamn snowdocross, snow Lucas Oil Pro Motocross races. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be completely different. Definitely let me know down in the comments what you guys think about all this whole craziness that's been going on with motocross. I mean, they finally finished up the Supercross series, which was good. But I think that's why they pushed back the motocross series the first time. Well, at first they took the first race off, right? Just completely took it out. Then they pushed all that back so they could do Supercross, right? And now they're pushing it back again to an indefinite time because apparently all this crap is kind of coming back around or whatever. I don't know. It just seems like so much bunch of bullshit to me, really, to be completely honest with you. Yeah, it's obviously a real thing. Like, I'm not saying it's not, but like, what the hell? Like, this is just one of the weirdest, I don't know. It just seems like it has certainly been portrayed as something that it's not at all. It's certainly been turned into something that it's not at all. And I think a lot of the reason why you're seeing a bunch of this, raised numbers or whatever now of cases or whatever is because they're testing people more. Not only are they testing people more, but there's been a lot of people out and about more than there was when all this first came around, right? Everybody, it seems like a lot of people are kind of forgetting about it now and trying to just go on about their everyday lives. And they really just need to let us do that. Yeah, if you're an old person or you got some sort of condition, obviously you probably need to stay in, but that's the same way with the normal flu. Like, I just don't feel like this is that much different than the normal flu. I really don't. They're scaring everybody, man. They're making it seem like it's so much worse than what it really is. And I'm not saying, the flu itself is bad, right? Especially if you're older or you have some kind of condition going on. I'm not even saying the flu is like something to just, sweep under the rug or act like it's nothing. But what I'm saying is don't sit here and act like this is so much more than the flu, because it's really not. It's really not. They've just made it out to be this whole nother crazy thing. So, I don't know. I don't know. Weird year, dude. Really weird year. I just want everything to be back to normal. Why does it seem like they have to continue to push? And it's like every day, especially if you're on the internet like Twitter and Instagram, it's just like every day there's something else. Every day they've come up with something else. Let me tell you who's making the most money off all this, okay? You always follow the money, dog. Anytime in any of these situations, follow the money. That'll tell you the truth to everything. Who's making the most money off of this crazy 2020, all this crazy stuff happening in 2020? The media outlets. Those dudes are making more money now than they ever have before. They've got crazy news stories. They can blow things up into bigger than what they really are. People are believing a lot of things now that they wouldn't normally freak out about. The news outlets are making bank, okay? So you have to understand they're going to continue to try to scare you, continue to try to make these crazy big headlines, breaking news, oh my God, you got to click on this website, right? They're going to continue to do that because they're the ones making all the money right now, man. They're not just going to, they don't want this stuff to just go away, to everything to just go back to normal. They want to continue to separate everybody and make craziness because they're making more money by doing it. That's just part of the media news game, right? And most of the time, people don't care. You know, you'll click on those news channels and it's breaking news and nobody gives a shit. But now in 2020, because they've sort of portrayed it in a certain way, it's got everybody's attention. Now every little thing they report on, whether or not it's 100% true or they're, trying to spice up their own story for their own benefit, people are buying into it more than they should. You know what I mean? So I'm just saying, you got to be real careful of that. I'm not saying just don't listen to anything, but you got to understand what I'm saying, dog. Always follow the money, man. It tells you the truth to the whole world. Follow the money. So either way, I just think it's just so stupid. Just a couple weeks ago, it was supposed to be the Pro Motocross was going to start just here in a couple weeks, and the fans were going to be able to attend. There was actually going to be fans there. Now it's they're not even going to do it until at least August, and they may not even be able to do it at all. It's just so stupid. What the hell? Everything is just changing on a day-to-day basis. It just shouldn't be like that. It should not be like that. Somebody's got it all wrong. Somewhere along the hierarchy of all this, somebody's doing something wrong or shady or something or political. I don't know what it is exactly, but that is so stupid. People just don't, I feel like most people aren't even really thinking about that now. Nobody even really gives a shit about it now. You know what I mean? It's kind of like the super big fear has already happened. Everybody's just ready to go back to normal life, dog. That's what everybody wants to do. So I just find it to be really stupid how it's they're continuing to try to push this again. Look at that bike skin, dog. It looks like Purple Galaxy on the front. But, they're trying to perpetuate it again. And I'm sure, like I said, the numbers are probably going back up. But there's a lot of other reasons for that, right? There's a lot of other things you can have, just because there's reported cases or there's a certain amount of people that they say have died from it or whatever, there's a lot more to it than that. You can't just go off of what these news stories are saying, right? Because somebody could have been, diagnosed with it and then they die from something else, but they're going to say it was that caused it. Elon Musk has really hit the nail on the head with a lot of this stuff. If you kind of followed him and his, sort of ideology on all this, it's so true. I mean, they are, I'm not saying all of them, but, I'm sure a lot of these hospitals get more money for the more, actual cases that they can report. So it's I don't know. I just think there's a lot of false stuff going on with this whole thing. I'm not saying it's a totally fake thing, but people are acting like it's the flu times 10,000, and I don't even think it's that much worse, really. In the grand scheme, it's not that much worse. It's not. People have just sort of shocked you into fear and making you feel like you can't go out the door. They're trying to control you, man. I mean, that's really, I feel like it's a political control. It's a whole nother thing that most average humans can't even understand or comprehend, right? So I'm just saying, you got a big brain this year, right? You got to really think about things this year. You can't just look at things at face value anymore, man. There's way too much political stuff going on. There's way too much money involved. There's way too much going on right now to just believe everything that you're seeing, You got to think critically about things nowadays. You got to think about outside the box. The the what ifs. You know, you really got to think about those things nowadays. So either way, I don't know about the motocross season, but she's getting pushed back again. So yeah, it's been a crazy year anyways. Even those last races of Supercross that they did in the new stadium, it was just so weird to me. Like, it just didn't even really feel like actual Supercross. I mean, it was good that they got to do it and get it over with and get the championship over with, but like, I don't know. And then the combination of the fact that they weren't in Vegas, they definitely need to make the final round Vegas next year. Come on now, AMA. That was like the whole point of it. Like, you go win the championship in Vegas and you can go to the casinos, and I don't know, there's just a whole other cool vibe to Supercross when the finale was in Vegas. It just doesn't, I don't know, it feels so weird now that it's not in Vegas, on top of all this going on where there was no fans in the stands. Just a really bizarre finale and all that, and just having all those races in the same stadium, back to back to back to back to back. I don't know. I mean, like I say, I'm glad they were able to do it, and obviously it's not their fault all this stupid crap happened, but they had to do what they had to do. Like, I get it, but it just sucks. I feel like we only really had like a half of a Supercross season, and then it was just boom, boom, and then it was over, you know? Very, very weird. Very weird Supercross season. So I don't want that to happen to the outdoor series, I guess is what I'm trying to say. I want them to wait to the point to where they can do the outdoor series full-blown 100% like they're supposed to do it, with fans and the whole 9 yards. I mean, I don't want there to be any stupid... They don't need to get into it and then have to start doing restrictions and weird stuff after they've already gotten into it, right? Because they haven't started the motocross series yet. So there's nobody that's got any points. There's no weird, unfair crap going on. They don't have to shut it down halfway. They really need to be careful here now when they do start it, because they need to make sure they can do the whole series like they're supposed to, all the rounds. You know, they don't have to do anything weird to jack up the normal outdoor series this year. So, yeah, but it might come to the point to where they can't even do it. I mean, I hate to say it, but it's kind of starting to look like that a little bit. But we'll just have to wait and see. I don't even know when it's funny how all this happens on the election year. Yeah. On one of the, you could say one of the most like polarizing presidents we probably ever had before. It's just kind of funny how all this stuff is happening on the election year. Just kind of funny. It's kind of funny, isn't it? Come on, guys. You got to understand, it's all a bunch of political shit at the end of the day. You know, I tell you, I keep it 100 with you guys. This all didn't just happen on a whim, okay? This is, I'm not going to say it's 100% political, but it's at least 69.9% political. You know what I'm saying, bro? Like, there is definitely some political shit. Oh, space helmet. Oop. Got to go put that shit on, dog. Customized rider. Like I said, remind you guys, I was riding with, I think I have my bike like half modded. It's not full modded yet. Helmets. Where? See here now. Here's space. Oh, hell yeah, dude. Bring this back in the next MX vs. ATV game, please, bro. Bring this back, dude. We need the full spacesuit. Seriously, THQ Nordic, full spacesuit, dog. And a moon freeride map with low gravity, please. I'll make it for you. Send me over the files. I'll make you the track. I'll do it, dog.